as you can see by the title, I have started to watch Black Lagoon. I've seen this anime here and there on social media, usually because of the main chick. Her name is Revi, and I've seen her around. From what I've seen from other people's opinions about the character, apparently she's like some type of like maniacal killer racist. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only thing I've known about the show. I don't know anything else. I just remember seeing her with the guns. I thought she looked cool. So I was like, you know what? I just finished Yuri on Ice. Hey, it's time to watch something new. So I was like, let me go for like an older like anime because I haven't really watched any older animes in a while. I've been watching nothing but like romantic comedies, romances. So I was like, you know what? I need to mix it up a little bit. So Black Lagoon, that was my decision. While watching Black Lagoon, I actually began to like it a lot. Like I'm still on like episode I think 6 or something like that. I like this a lot. It's actually such a cool show. And I actually like what's his face? His name is Dutch. Bro, this guy is cool as shit. He's the most real character on that show. Like, I think what was there was a scene where Revi and Rock went to go into a sub to, get the painting or whatever because it was like treasure. And apparently they had like some kind of differences, things they didn't agree on per se. After they had like finished that whole scene or whatever, Dutch obviously he caught wind of it. He was like, "Hey, Rock, go with Revi and run some errands." And he was like, but she might not want to, be happy with that decision. He was like, hey, that sounds like something you and her got to fix. I'm not going to lie, buddy. Hey, I would have done the same thing. I'm not no mediator. I'm not no problem solver. I stick to myself and I'm going to just do what I do. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna even lie. I think so far he's my favorite character. Dutch is actually a really likable character. Also because in the show, like I can't remember what exactly the time frame is, but I know that like I guess you could say white supremacists. Yeah, let's put it like that. Very German-esque from the 1940s. There's a group of people like that in the show. So what he did was he hopped onto their boat with Revi and he was going through it and he was saying something. They got to the commander of the ship, the last guy, and Revi was like, "Hey, what do you got your money on this time, black or white?" And he was like, "I always got my money on black." So I was like, what are they talking about? So Revi throws the commander a gun, and she was like, "Do what you want with that. It's yours now." This man pointed the gun at Dutch, the one black dude in this whole anime. And she was like, see, I told you. And he was like, you didn't need to. I already knew this was gonna happen. It's just so funny. Like I actually really like this anime. It's so unhinged, and like the characters just like they feel good to like see and like actually experience. Also, too, like speaking of characters that were like cool to experience, I want to talk about Rock's relationship with Revi. So, of course, Revi is just unhinged as fuck. I mean, like she is the jonkler. She just does not care about anything as long as she gets to kill people. I think after that scene in the submarine where they had their differences and stuff like that, and they went on the errand run to try and like fix their differences on how they felt about it. I thought it was really cool seeing Rock basically have this whole character change where he went from like basically a wuss, I would say, to confronting Revi, who is probably the most like I guess you could say volatile person on the team. And he actually confronted her and he was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You are you, I'm me. But I'm not gonna lie, if you keep acting the way you are, you're just gonna be hurting yourself at the end of the day." And I thought that was pretty cool. I like to see like characters' dynamics and how they affect each other. Cause when you see Revi for face value, she's just a killer. But like throughout like some of the episodes of the show, like you see Revi actually caring for Rock and be like, "Yo, why aren't you wearing that Hawaiian shirt? I got you." And he was like, "I just didn't like it." And she was like, "You're gonna wear that shit later. You hear me?" Like just stuff like that. It's really cool. There is one scene in particular I want to talk about, which I'm not gonna lie, that made me feel some type of way. It was the scene. It was literally that same episode. They were like working out their differences, and they're in the back of the cop car because she tried to shoot Rock. And in that part, I don't know if you guys know this, but in that specific scene, where in the back of the cop car, Rock is smoking a cigarette. Revi was like, "Hey, Rock, can you light my cigarette for me?" And he was like, the police guy has a lighter, and she was like, but you also have a cigarette in your mouth. So they kind of have this moment where like they get really close to each other, and he lights his cigarette by touching it with like touching the end to her cigarette. And while he's looking down at the cigarette, she's looking at him, like kind of like in the face or the eyes area. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty hot. I'm not a smoker or anything, but that's like you're just telling each other that you love each other. I mean, at that point, you might as well just marry each other. Like if I could get a picture, I'm gonna put it up there because you guys have to see this for yourself. This is kind of like some adult romance right here. I thought it was really cool. Black Lagoon, amazing. I love it so far, at least. There's a lot of episodes that are like available to watch, so once I get through that, I'll be able to give my full opinion. But other than that, all I have to say is best girl is Balalaika. Yes, I said that correctly, Balalaika. Yeah, that's about it. Bye.